So with the new update, we now have our own personal island, 2 new cookies, and a new crystal gem. If there's a new player watching my video, do take note that this update is just a filler update, which means there's not that much going on in terms of lore and other important stuff. This update just gives you a lot of rewards and maybe some buffs towards older cookies, just like the crystal gem we have today. Speaking of the new update, we saw that there was a new background available for our kingdom. The only problem is, costs money, and an expensive one at that. This money alone can feed me for an entire week. This is me pulling for the new special cookie, Marshmallow Bunny, and praying to the gacha gods that I'll get her early.
여기서 뿅! 저기서 뿅! 맞아! 내 손 꼭 잡고 뛰어드는 거야!
Girl, what the f? While the update itself has a lot of new stuff, I am focusing on the biggest improvement of one cookie, which is Stormbringer's Crystal Gem. But before we go to the Crystal Gem, let me buy her
Suck-ass costume. I fucking hate her so much. I spent all my rainbow cubes saving just for her costume, and yet I didn't get it. Like, what the f?
Anyway.
Now that we have the numbers of our new scalings on our skills, I can see that it's a very good improvement. Her new Ultra Charge passive was a little bit disappointment for me. The attack increase is only just a little bit, which is very understandable since her old passive is also included on top of her new passive. And as we can see here, it is suggested we will have 80% crit on her to get all of these buffs. And speaking of her, electric damage to damage resist bypass also has a limit, with a total of 15% for every 2% of her electric damage. So in other words, you just need 30% electric damage for that extra 15 damage resist bypass. Her ascension buff are just some stats increase, which is in the long run, stacks on top of each other and greatly improve our Stormbringer cookie. Now that's out of the way, let us grind for Stormbringer's Crystal Gem with this very stacked team.
제게 봉인이 풀려버렸어. 게임 끝이다. 제게 봉인이 풀려버렸어.